got 2 games to come, 2 games in store for you from La Liga de las Americas. Well, my name is Liam Canny, and it is my distinct privilege to be with you tonight from wherever it is in the world that you are joining us. For tonight's 2 teams, Quimsa and Club Malvin, the task is really very simple. It's a matter of just win, baby. For Club Malvin, it is win or bust. They lost their game last night. Malvin dropped the evening game to the hosts, Bauru, by the score of 89-77. So if they do not win tonight, they are eliminated from the competition. For Quimsa, it's a matter of win, and we are going to Sizzler. Because if Quimsa win tonight, they will have booked their passage to the final stage of the 2016 edition of La Liga de las Americas. Here's the Quimsa club, who got a win last night. Quimsa won a tight game, 69-67 against Mogi das Cruzes. And the man at the top of the list, Nicola Romano, had 18 points in the winning effort. Keep an eye out for number 14, Gabriel Deck, a burgeoning young talent who had 15 points to help Quimsa secure the win. Here's the Malvin team. They're paced in many ways by their veteran, Nicolo Mazzarino, number 8. Mazzarino had double digits in their loss last night, 10 points for the veteran. Califani and Sam Hoskin threw in 14 points each, but Club Malvin ultimately came up short, losing to the home team Bauru 89-77. Here's the starting 5 for Quimsa. Perez is the point guard. Romano is the power forward. Gabriel Deck had that winning basket last night for Quimsa as he drove to the basket and laid it in to help Quimsa edge in front of Mogi das Cruzes. And then the Americans Battle and Jackson. Battle will play inside, Jackson on the perimeter. Quimsa come into tonight's game with a 3-1 record overall. They came through Group B in the preliminary rounds with a 2-1 record. And last night they secured their 3rd win. They're looking for just one more to get to the finals. There's their coach, Silvio Santander, who's going through some final thoughts. Here's the Club Malvin, who are desperate for a win. Mazzarino will make them hum as the point guard. Hoskin and Califani were the leading scorers last night with 14 points each. Kennedy Winston and Federico Bavosi round out the starting 5. And here is Pablo Lopez, the head coach for Club Malvin. Malvin bring a 2-2 record into tonight's game. They came through Group A with a 2-1 record in the preliminary rounds and then lost last night to Bauru. Your combined officiating crew from Canada, Venezuela, and Chile, respectively. Here are the Club Malvin players going through their warm-up. It is an old club established back in 1938. Plenty of basketball tradition for Malvin. By contrast, the Quimsa club, relatively new in the basketball professional world, established in 1989. Both of these teams are in progress in their domestic leagues. Malvin have a 7-7 record. They sit in 5th position in the top division of professional basketball in Uruguay. And Quimsa have a 19-14 record. They're in 3rd place in the northern division of the top division of Argentine basketball. And you can see the players getting some last touches, some last shots, just loosening up before they tip it off tonight. For Club Malvin, they're making their 2nd appearance in La Liga de las Americas, although they haven't been in this competition since 2009 when they finished 15 out of 16 teams. Quimsa make their 3rd appearance. They've been at this stage of the competition before. They've been to the semis back in 2009. And wouldn't they love to go just one step further, get themselves to the finals, and a win tonight will do that for them. Well, this is Group E, remember. There are 4 teams here who will play a round-robin series of games throughout the weekend. This is the second of 3 games for each of the teams. Whoever finished 2 positions will advance to the finals. Bauru are at the top of the group with a 1-0 record. Quimsa sit in second position also with a 1-0 record. Don't worry about those seats you see empty there behind you. They will fill out as the evening progresses. We've got 2 Brazilian teams to come in the nightcap. Team Bauru and the visitors Mogi das Cruzes. They know each other well from the Brazilian domestic league. But right now it is Uruguay, as you look at Sam Hoskin, versus Argentina in La Liga de las Americas. There's an experienced campaigner for Malvin, just trying to compose himself in advance of tonight's tip-off. Santander just gathering some thoughts with his players, talking to the match official. This is Romano. You can see how hot and humid it is in this part of the world. The players have just come through their warm-up, already drenched in sweat. There's the point guard for Malvin, who will come off the bench. Santander now just some final thoughts of wisdom as we get ready to open up on Saturday night here in Bauru. Well, Malvin are led in scoring by Sam Hoskin, who averages 16 points per game, and Kennedy Winston, the American, throws in 13. But Mazzarino, who averages 11, will really be the guy with the ball in his hands for long stretches of the game. There's Mazzarino there, number 8. And for Malvin, it is a very simple task. Boys, we win or we're done. Malvin. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The Uruguayan club trying to get themselves ready to go. Here's Perez going down the bench, just telling his teammates, hey, this is why coach starts me. Don't you worry. You guys stay right there. Keep an eye on me. Robert Battle. There's Kennedy Winston. So it's Malvin in the blue uniforms, the sky blue uniforms, and Quimsa in the white. Our official blows the whistle, tells the players to get in the center circle. And so all of the warm-ups are in the book. It's just a matter now of playing 5-on-5. Well, fans, you can follow all of the action, all of the in-game stats on the Liga Americas website. It is www.ligaamericas, just 1A.com. And you can follow all the in-game statistics as we go through this one. The referee's going to step into the center circle. Battle will jump with Calfani. The ball is in the air. First possession to Malvin. In the blue uniforms, Quimsa settle into man-to-man defense. Mazzarino, that corner shot is good. Such a consummate pro. Mazzarino, he's 40 years young. He played long stretches of his career in Europe. Had some EuroLeague action with Cantu. Now he's back in his native Uruguay, plying his trade. Romano spins, lost the handle. Malvin come up with it. It's a 2-on-3. Calfani, his shot won't fall. Good steal, but couldn't turn it into points. Romano thinks about pulling the trigger on a 3, but kicks it back to Jackson. Into the low post, Battle, spins. Tries to get a call, nothing. There's Mazzarino off the baseline screen. Oh, terrific little bounce pass to Hoskin. We've got a foul on the play. It was a delightful bounce pass. But Romano gets called for the foul, his first and the team's first. So it'll be end-line ball here for Malvin, and Tintorelli comes in quite quickly. With 22 for Quimsa. Good spacing by Malvin, good ball movement. Opened up a good look at a three, wouldn't drop. Malvin still with that early 3-0 lead on the strength of Mazzarino's corner three-pointer. Jackson rises top of the key, that strikes iron. Quick outlet pass here on the wing. And Bavosi calls the play. Mazzarino, so mercurial, moves very well without the basketball, uses screens well. Hoskin in the high post. And now it's Tintorelli who gets called for the foul. Little sweet move there by Hoskin, good jump stop, and Tintorelli just tries to body Hoskin, gets called for the foul. Mazzarino runs. His defensive player off that baseline screen. Now a ball screen from Hoskin. Jackson gets called for the foul. It's a third team foul here on Quimsa. Good execution, good patience by Club Malvin. Alley-oop! Beautiful play from the sideline. Califani finishes off the play. Terrific feed. And Malvin are off to an outstanding start. There's a touch pass over the top. Califani has just enough elevation to finish the play. As Robert Battle got caught looking. We'll take a break in the action. Our first time out here from Bauru. You can see Pablo Lopez nice and relaxed in his timeout. But you heard the voice of Silvio Santander. He's trying to inject some enthusiasm, shall we say, into his players. There's an old expression from an American football coach, Vince Lombardi, who says, be fired with enthusiasm or you will be fired with enthusiasm. So play hard and do your best at your job or your boss is going to fire you. Tintorelli in the low post. He draws the foul. First team foul for Malvin. It's Califani who commits it. Baseline ball here for Quimsa. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Tintorelli in the low post. Going out Califani. Gets the shooter's roll. Califani defended that pretty well, to be honest, but Tintorelli gets the deuce, and Quimsa got their first basket of the evening. Comes after 3 minutes of play. Mazzarino rises for the mid-range jump shot, no good. Hoskin takes out the trash and takes it to the curb and lays it up and in. Good work by Hoskin. Good defense inside by Calfani. Tintorelli's going to check his D again. Tintorelli gets called for the charge. Great defense by Calfani. Calfani might have made, he's looking at the referee. I'm not too sure there's enough contact for that type of a flop, and Calfani's got to be careful. The referee may give him a warning for flopping. The reason is the potential of injury for players with somebody on the floor under the basket. Players come down and might roll an ankle. Hoskin, his jump shot, no good. Battle clears the boards for Quimsa. Deck his first shot, that's no good. Tintorelli with the offensive putback and scores. So Tintorelli came off the bench to spell Romano, who picked up a quick foul. And right now, Santander must be pleased with that decision. Tintorelli's got all of Quimsa's points. Calfani, his shot short. Air ball picked up by Jackson. It's a 5-on-4 here for Quimsa. Jackson right down Main Street and lays it up and in. And just like that, Quimsa are right back in the ballgame. Hoskin spins in the lane. Battle checks the shot. And Hoskin's second effort is no good. Perez with his first attempt to score. That's no good. Kennedy Winston on the wing. Kennedy Winston using the drag screen here from Hoskin, but I think Hoskin might have got called for a moving pick. Slightly unlucky for Hoskin. He didn't really move much, and in that case, Kennedy Winston needs to just be a little bit more patient, allow Hoskin to establish position, and then use the screen. Jackson trying to shake free, and this time it's Battle who gets called for the moving screen. So the two big Americans on each team draw the attention of the referee. Calfani turns it over. A good defense by Ivory Clark, which leads to the puff up. Stuck on 7 now for a little while. Deck, only his second touch. And lucky to get it back. We've seen a couple of dead spots in the floor. Deck lost the ball at a critical stage last night. Inside 30 seconds. Jackson knocks down the three. Winston's Baby J, no good. Good work inside by Newsom. Kicks to Mazzarino, who lets fly. Mazzarino just 1 for 3 from the floor. Battle finds a cutter. Deck. What happened was Deck's man came over from the baseline side to provide a double team, and then Deck makes a deep basket cut. Watch Kennedy Winston, who's guarding Deck. He comes from the baseline side to double team, and Mazzarino doesn't sink down to the level of the basketball quickly enough. It's good vision by Battle, and Kennedy Winston sells out a little bit too cheaply there as he goes for the steal. rather than putting the double team trap on Battle.
Podemos tener pérdida en la subida del balón primero. Cuando te digo que vayas con él, coordinalo espalda. Coordinalo espalda, no sube la pelota picando. Allá adelante. On the first screen, they deny the second to you. When you play horns, they deny the second. They force into the baseline. Then you take the middle and play chess. When you are starting on this situation, ¿ok? En el próximo ataque, Sama adentro del pico para jugarlo. Kenny, Fernando, entra vos con Kenny acá. En la salida presión. Fernando, vos sacás, Kenny elige, Nico del otro. Dale, Q, si hace falta al medio. Dale, let's go. Let's go.
Ivory Clark in the game now. Early on, didn't play much last night. Played sparingly in the second half, but gets a nod from Coach Santander. And, you know, the coaches are going to have to manage the minutes. It's 3 games back to back. Pressurized environment, especially for Malvin, who are desperate for a win. Now, they started brightly to the Uruguayan club. They're sputtering now, stuck on 7 points. Pass intended for Sam Hoskin from Martinez, just a little bit behind him. Hoskin couldn't gather it. Gianella in here for Quimsa. He played well last night. He's called for the foul. Carlos Gianella had 10 points for Quimsa last night. So he gets some minutes here in the opening quarter, in fact. Baseline ball here for Quimsa. Jackson, sweep move, the runner, in and out. Martinez between the 2 circles, finds Mazzarino. He feeds to Newsom, moves it on one more to Hoskin. Hoskin couldn't finish. Beautiful, unselfish basketball from Malvin, but Hoskin couldn't finish off the play. Deep 3. That is wayward from Garcia. So Garcia's 36 years old. And you got Mazzarino at 40 years old, 2 veterans. Smooth by Kennedy Winston. His opening basket just under the 2-minute mark of the opening quarter. Gianella on the right hand, scoops it up left-handed and finishes. That is an accomplished finish by Gianella. Goes hard on the right-handed dribble and extends with the left hand. Good pass inside to Winston. Quimsa collapse on the Americans, so he has to kick it back out. Martinez shaking a shimmy and a little hook shot which drops. Martinez is manufacturing some offense, and that helps keep Club Malvin ticking over. Clark lines up a 3 and knocks it down. Ivory Clark. Smooth stroke from the American. Quimsa open up their largest lead, 5 points. Mazzarino off the screen of Hoskin. Good understanding between the 2 vets. Hoskin a little handoff to Mazzarino and then use his body for a screen. It's the second moving screen here on Battle. Now Martinez might have bought the foul. Battle can't believe it. It's his second. And so we'll see if he comes out. You be the judge. And Martinez goes to the deck a little bit easily. Maybe not. Maybe that was a good hard contact. Martinez is trying to find out the license plate of the truck that just hit him. Battle wears number 23. He's picked up his second foul. Mazzarino moves it on. Martinez looking for a pass. That's a tough pass. Turnover by Martinez. And a tactical foul by Mazzarino. Martinez profligate with the ball here. That is just too hard a pass. You're threading the needle here. The help side defender comes and bats it away. Closing seconds, opening stanza here. Here's Gianella. This time he's on the left hand. Pass broken up. Good defense by Hoskin. Romano throws it over the backboard. And that horn signals the end of the first quarter of play here on game day 2 in the semifinal stage of La Liga de las Americas. There's your score at the end of 1. It's Quimsa from Argentina, 16. Malvin from Montevideo, Uruguay, 13. Well, here's a look at the tail of the tape. No free throws yet. Nobody got to the line. That's unusual. Malvin just 1 of 4 from three-point land. That was the early corner three-pointer from Mazzarino. Quimsa made 2. And everything is pretty even here. Quimsa won't be happy that they gave up 3 offensive rebounds to Malvin. But really not much in the game thus far. So good opening start to this one. And here's a look at the leaders in the various categories. Mazzarino with a 3 and a 2, and Jackson with a 3 and a 2 as well. It'll be Quimsa's ball here to start the second quarter. The floater up and good by Garcia. Pass inside. Winston gonna bang with Jackson. Here's Baby J, no good. And Gianella with the rebound, quick pass ahead. Oh, nice pass intended for Ivory Clark, broken up by Newsom. It's a 3-on-3. Martinez is fouled in midcourt. And I don't like this foul. You know, it's a 3-on-3. Look at that great teardrop shot by Garcia, who gets it to fall. This is Diego Garcia. Watch this, making it rain right there. That is a high arching shot. But Gianella's in good defensive position. He just gives away the foul too cheaply for my liking. It's a 3-on-3. It's not a numbers opportunity. Gone are the days where you get back on D and dig in. There's A.K. Newsom. He's provided some good minutes off the bench for Malvin. And the foul there from Gianella. Now Gianella with another lazy foul. There's 2 fouls by Gianella. He's got to be careful now. Enrique Newsom from St. Petersburg, Florida originally. Went to the University of Southern Indiana and has been naturalized to play for the Uruguayan national team. Here's Gianella on the wing. Reversal here to Garcia. Exchanges with Romano. Garcia, smooth as you like. Diego Garcia can really score it, can really fill it up. You can see how Romano got him open here now. Quimsa come out and show some zone. It's a 2-3 zone. Martinez in the corner. That shot no good. Hoskin competes for the rebound. Pass broken up. Romano has it. Here's the tactical foul by Newsom. Mazzarino back in the game here for Malvin. And they really can't play without him for long. Mazzarino's such a veteran and experienced player. Romano with a deep 3. No good. The tip by Clark wouldn't fall. And Malvin pick up the long rebound. End line ball here for Malvin. Catalfani back in the game. Bavosi back in the game. Here's Newsom on the baseline. Gets called for the offensive. Ivory Clark with some great defense. Newsom's got to be smarter here. That is great defensive position by Clark as he looks at the referee. Outstanding defensive position by Ivory Clark. And you need those little things to make something happen for the team. Coaches often talk about, hey, make a play, somebody make a play. Right there you can see how Clark making a play for his team. Pass just slightly behind Garcia. Romano finds Deck in the corner, and Deck knocks down the 3, and Coach Lopez needs a timeout because Quimsa are going on a little run. Quimsa have extended their lead to 9 points. It is their largest. We'll take a break here in the action in La Liga de las Americas from Bauru. Yeah, that's an extra pass from Romano. He knows Deck has got space. Just waits for the defender and then moves it on one more pass.
you set up here, teacher. You screen first, Mati screen first, screen second, doble cortina Nicolás. Cuando pasa esto, Fede, intercambiás con Marcelo el lugar. Hey, teacher, you, when Nicolás has the ball, teacher, play pick and roll, Matías esquina corta. ¿Entendiste? Te queda atrás, vos en la esquina y vos atrás. Pará. Vamos a defenderlo lateral en el pick and roll, lateral. Y el 4 cambia, lateral.
So Lucas Tischer's going to come in the game here for Malvin. You can hear the words of Coach Lopez, which was pass the pelota, move the ball. Mazzarino. Good pass, tough dribble drive. Won't fall. Calfani can't tip it up and in. And Tischer with the last touch. Good try, and an even better tip attempt from Bavosi. Just couldn't get it over the front of the rim. Garcia, his shot short. The referees should come over here to talk to the official scorers table and just address a technical issue with the pot right. Malvin. Get it across the half-court line. Start their offense. Mazzarino uses Tischer's screen, and Tischer's going to get called for a moving screen. Both teams right now laboring to try and find something fluid. So the game's settling down in here to a slow rhythm. Here's Perez trying to feed the post. And now it's Battle. Battle can't believe it. I think Battle must have got his hands a little bit too high here. The referee's liking. And this will be the third foul on Battle now. This is tough for Quimsa. This Battle's a big part of what they do. So he'll have to sit now. Battle with his third foul. And that stat can't be right. It's not the 15th foul for, at least not the 15th foul this quarter for Quimsa. Otherwise, Malvin would be shooting. Good three off the feet from Mazzarino. It's Bavosi who knocks it down. And there ends a long drought for Malvin. Three brings them within touch. They trail by 7. Jackson lost it. Can Bavosi finish? It's a 4-on-3. Here's the trailer, Mazzarino. And he's fouled by Perez. We'll see if this draws. It is team fouls now for Quimsa. Good heady play by Bavosi. He saw there weren't numbers. He hit the trailer. And Mazzarino will do the rest here now from the free throw line. Makes the first. And the second. Mazzarino drops them both. Los Tiros Libres, the free throws. He's got Malvin to within 5. Remember, Malvin had that opening start, and Quimsa struggled to score. Quimsa have turned the tide now. Perez, step back shot, no good, long rebound, who's got it? All right, now Quimsa, just a little bit more active than Malvin. Perez's pass intended for the screener inside Tintorelli, but it was out of reach. Now Clark comes in to spell Romano. Romano struggling to get in a rhythm. Romano, of course, one of the heroes for Quimsa last night. Romano had 18 points in Quimsa's win over Mogi das Cruzes. And Mogi das Cruzes is a club from Sao Paulo. We are in the state of Sao Paulo. They're over 300 kilometers away, but still, to beat a Brazilian team, Brazil, no easy task. Funny with the miss. Deck from the elbow, too strong. And Bavosi gathers the board. Tischer steps into a 2, hard up the backboard. You can see what Coach Sander thinks about that. I think he was pleased with Tischer taking the jump shot from that range. Good defense as Tischer comes out to double team the ball handler off the ball screen. Deck's pass intended for Tintorelli broken up. And that'll lead to a 24-second shot clock violation. So great defense here by Malvin. And they turn it into some points. Perez gets called for the foul. Coach Santander can't believe it. It's free throws here. Santander is pleading his case. You'll see a lot of that contact. It does make you wonder sometimes why referees decide to make calls when they do. There's not a lot in that. And I promise you, and as the saying goes, the basketball doesn't lie. Bavosi misses the free throw just to kind of balance the scales of basketball justice. We'll see a lot of contact, just like Perez did on the basketball throughout this game, and we won't see every one of those called. We'll time out here in the action. The teams will go to their benches. They'll take a break. We're in Bauru, Sao Paulo, Brazil for La Liga de las Americas.
Tomar una buena decisión en ofensiva depende de todos. Depende de todos. Hace 4 avances que no vamos a jugar una ofensiva entre todos. Estamos viendo cómo la podemos arreglar de a uno. Entonces, jugar una buena ofensiva y tener una buena selección de tiro depende de todos. ¿Es okay? We need to play with good selection, run the plays, execute option by option. Be quiet. Vamos a línea para dar la continuidad. ¿Regular o línea? ¿Qué querés? Regular. Bueno, dale regular. Regular. El high-low, read, use the network, ¿ok? Y la defensa. Ahí seguimos, dale.
Tinto, ponete al lado de él.
Well, Coach Santander just taking some input there from David Jackson, who told Coach the offensive set he wanted to run. There's Lucas Tischer. He is a warrior. Tischer, no stranger to this competition. Jackson pulls up off Tintorelli's ball screen, no good. And Bavosi didn't communicate with Calfani. We've got some kind of a push here. Now, it must have been a push by Tintorelli, which sent Calfani into a teammate. It seemed fairly innocuous. I just thought the Malvin players didn't talk to each other, and it's going to go down as a foul on Tintorelli. Here's Calfani to the charity stripe. Right now, Malvin's struggling from the free throw line. Calfani converts 1 of 2. And Malvin now within the possession, just 3 points down. Trailed by as many as 9. Good movement here now. I think Kennedy Winston's going to try and grab Gabriel Deck here. I don't see that as a foul by Tintorelli. I think Malvin could consider themselves very fortunate indeed. Just the slightest of touches by Tintorelli. I think Calfani just lost his balance. Well, here's David Jackson. Seven points per game throughout this competition. Remember, this is game number 5 for the teams. They played 3 games in the preliminary round. Malvin came through Group A, finished in 2nd position in Santiago de los Caballeros in Dominican Republic. Quimsa finished 2nd in Group B, played at home, Santiago del Estero, Argentina. There's a 3 seconds call here against Tischer. Probably was in there for 3 seconds, but he didn't gain any advantage. Referees are supposed to allow some game flow and not call those 3 second calls until some player actually has an impact on the game. Smooth touch from the corner by Gianella. And quick as you like, Quimsa return to that 8-point lead. Tischer's deuce is good. This time he stays out of the lane. Tischer knows this competition well. He's played with Bauru Basket 2 seasons ago. Was with Brasilia Unicea for 5 seasons, 2008 to 2013, so he'll know this competition very well indeed. Gianella, go Gianella! Off the window and good. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Right at the death of the shot clock, Gianella knew he had to get it up. And uses the glass for the deuce. Winston dispossessed by Deck. Now Deck runs the floor. Can he finish the transition? And this is a silly, silly foul here by Club Malvin. Does the referee say it's intentional or not? 2 shots to come. The foul is on Juan Santiso. Now good work by Deck, and he runs his lane. Gianella moves it ahead. Santiso needs to let Deck just lay that up and in. There's nothing you can do about that. And he is lucky that it's not called an unsportsmanlike foul from behind. I've seen those called, where you get 2 shots and possession. Deck makes both. Let's hope Deck is okay after that hard foul from behind. And quick as you like. Quimsa reestablish a double-digit lead. They lead by 10 with 1 minute to play here in the first half. Hoskin in the low post. Spins, rises, too strong. Good defense by Ivory Clark. Gianella to Deck. Deck attacks the basket. And couldn't convert. Calfani trying to find a pass. Lonnie Mazzarino comes back to get the ball. Wants the ball screen from Winston. Lost the handle. Picks it up. Shot clock running down. Calfani, high arching three from the corner. No good. It's a 3-on-1 here now for Quimsa. Gianella lays it up and in. Great break by Quimsa. And this is their largest lead, 12 points. Can Malvin get a basket to close this one out? Santiso can't. And this lapse in concentration here by Malvin in the closing last 2 minutes of the half are going to see them go into the changing room facing their largest deficit. 3 seconds left. Gianella, is he going to let fly? He is, you know. And that is just off the mark. Well, at the end of 20 minutes of play, Quimsa have stamped their authority on this one. They lead by double digits as the teams will make their way into the halftime changing rooms. Gianella having a word with Gabriel Deck there. There's your score at halftime. Quimsa 35, Malvin just 23 points in the first half of basketball. You can see there that Quimsa really grabbed the game in the second quarter. Almost doubled up the total of their foes tonight, 19-10 for Quimsa. We'll get a look here at some stats. I hope to mull over before you go and get some refreshments here at halftime. Well, my name is Liam Canny, and it is my delight to be with you tonight. Find me on Facebook and let me know what you think of this fantastic competition, the Liga de las Americas. You can see the stands starting to fill up here. It's an all-Brazilian affair to come in the nightcap as the host, Bauru, will square off against their rivals from Sao Paulo, the state of Sao Paulo, Mogi de la Cruzas. Well, it looks like we may not see those statistics, so we'll take a break for 10 minutes. Come back and join us then for continuing coverage of La Liga de las Americas. Well, good evening and welcome back to Bauru, Sao Paulo, Brazil. It's halftime in this La Liga de las Americas semifinal clash between Club Malvin and Quimsa. Malvin really struggled on offense in the first half. They had just 23 points at the end of 20 minutes of play. And what now does they find themselves down by 12 points. Now a 12-point deficit at halftime in a basketball game really isn't anything to worry about. But when it's more than half of your total, it is a little bit sobering. So certainly a point of emphasis for Malvin is they have to execute and try to get themselves easy baskets. And let's pat Quimsa on the back a little bit for some miserly defense. They haven't made it easy. If you're just joining us, welcome to Brazil. It is Club Malvin from Montevideo, Uruguay in the blue uniforms, and Quimsa from Santiago del Estero in Argentina in the white uniforms. First possession here now to the Uruguayan club. It's Bavosi, Kelfani, Mazzarino, Winston, and Hoskin for Malvin. Hoskin now on the baseline. Reverse layup is good. So good execution by Sam Hoskin. He has just his second basket of the evening. Quimsa come out with Romano, Deck, Gianella, Tortellini. That shot's off the mark. And Jackson. Bavosi a little behind the back pass to Hoskin. Hoskin! Well, great start by Sam Hoskin. A little shrug of the shoulders to try and unbalance his defender. There's a little show and go. Tintorelli just heavy-footed, not able to cope with the dribble drive. And look what Silvio Santander thinks about that. Not happy that Tintorelli got beat on the dribble drive by Sam Hoskin. So Hoskin gonna try and tack on the N1 here. Got it. And Hoskin with 5 points to open the second half. Well, Tintorelli is out to be replaced by Ivory Clark. Pass to the corner. Good ball reversal to Deck, and Deck rattles home a three. Well, that's just good spacing and good sharing of the basketball by Quimsa. And Deck just could hang out in the perimeter until his teammates found him. Good pass inside to Hoskin. The basket will not count. Ivory Clark gets called for the hold. So Hoskin become a focal point now of Malvin's offense. Just trying to put Ivory Clark on his back to establish post position. And line ball here for Malvin. Mazzarino to bring it in. Wraparound pass to Hoskin, gets another touch. And back down, Romano spin. Oh, class move by Sam Hoskin, who just took Nicola Romano to school. And Hoskin right now is a man mounted. He's got 7 points this half. Romano's pick and pop shot, no good. Bavosi with the rebound for Malvin. His pass intended for Hoskin. Behind him, Clark. Oh, great work by Kennedy Winston, and then he just gave it away. Jackson's gonna make him pay. No, off the mark. Well, Kennedy Winston did a great job hustling back on defense. He was just so nonchalant, trying to get it to a teammate. Romano deep three. Oh, the tree play by Nicola Romano with a deep, deep three. And this will help Quimsa to settle, because Malvin had a little comeback going, and Romano slaps him back down. Hoskin again proves himself too quick for Clark. Well, Clark is in because Tintorelli got beat on the dribble drive. Now it's Clark's turn to blush a little bit. Clark, shot no good. Well, Kennedy Winston went to the basket, spun around, and right now everybody's looking to give it to Hoskin. Hoskin tiptoes along the baseline and converts. Sam Hoskin played his collegiate basketball in DePaul in Chicago, but he's from the Motor City originally, Detroit, and right now he is starting to purr. He had 2 points at halftime. He's got 11 points in the first 3.5 minutes of the third quarter. Romano loves to pick and pop, can really shoot it. And he's got back-to-back threes. Now some zone defense here. Great passing, Calfani. Oh, Calfani, I'm not sure if this foul is in the act of shooting or if Deck fouled him to try and block him out. Let's see if we can see this. Good defense there by Deck. Calfani aware of the shot clock running down. Deck with just the slightest of touches there. Maybe a little ticky-tack foul by the baseline referee. This game's got a lot more energy here in these opening minutes of the second half. We went through some lulls in the first half. Matias Calfani trying to get himself going. He had 14 points last night in Club Malvin's loss to Bauru. Takes one of 2 free throws. Malvin now need to concentrate on getting stops. A coach of mine used to call it a kill if you could get 3 stops in a row. Of course, you've also got to turn those stops into points. Behind the back pass to Romano! Me gusta! The behind the back pass from Gianella to Romano, and he knocks down the 3. It's the 3rd 3 this quarter from Nico Romano, who's guarding the man with the number 1 on his chest. Hoskin's got to work for every one of his buckets. The left-handed run and hook is good. He can't hang out in the three-point line. He's going to have to get inside and graft. Gianella Mazzarino called for the foul. This is called a closeout. It's the hardest thing to do in basketball defensively because Mazzarino has to cover the distance between him and Gianella. And as he's moving, Gianella then puts it on the floor and asks him to move in another direction. Very, very difficult skill to do. And even Mazzarino, who at 40 years old will have done plenty of closeout drills in his career, gets called for the foul. Good defense by Mazzarino. It's a 5-on-4 here as Enrique Newsom with the rebound. Mazzarino in the corner. Shimmies baseline. Slides a pass to Hoskin that Hoskin just couldn't hold on to. Romano to Jackson. Oh, Enrique Newsom! What a timely block by Newsom as he swats Jackson's attempt. Enrique Newsom with a great hustle play. What entertaining basketball here by Malvin. Jackson this time tests the defense of Hoskin, and Hoskin stands tall. Martinez, an unorthodox release. That is off the mark. Romano. And finally, Romano misses a shot this quarter. He's knocked down 3 threes. Sereno just trying to get open. Martinez couldn't deliver the pass. But look at that block from Newsom. My goodness. Talk about not giving up on the play. David Jackson looking at the referee for a foul, but there was nothing wrong with that play. Garcia's shot short. Malvin need to turn these stops into points. They have been better in terms of their offensive execution and efficiency. There's the commentator's curse. Martinez, and he might be finding himself going right to the Casa del Perro, right to the coach's doghouse as he does the long walk, just dribbled it off his foot inexplicably. And then you can see what it means to Martinez. He just looks to the heavens. He can't believe it's the simplest of turnovers. And he might be getting a little bit of pine time. He's just let his team down and he slunks back to the bench.
Lo único que quiero que sepan es que vean que el partido está ahí. Llevamos 3 defensas consecutivas sin que anoten. El partido está ahí, estamos decidiendo mal en transición. Ahora, en la salida, lleguemos jugando arriba para que vos juegues con él, ¿ok, Nico? Llegamos arriba, Q continúa rápido en la indirecta, si no, continúa rápido, si no, Fernando, vas con Matías y handoff con vos para penetrar. Ellos están en colectiva, ¿vale? En la defensa, nosotros tenemos una, vos tenés que estar adentro de la camiseta de él, no mirándolo como ordena. Y después lo estamos teniendo bien. Puede tirar, pero no tanto. Si te queda el medio, usalo. When he put inside, cuando sale de la cortina indirecta, ¿vale? Cuando sale acá, no lo dejes volver para el mismo lado. Tenelo de ese lado. Ok, Kenny, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Oh, just an unfortunate turnover for Martinez, who feels worse than anybody. And the 3-point shooting of Malvin letting them down here. Contrast, Quimsa shooting very well from behind the rainbow. 50% as a team, you take that all day. And you can see Perez, quite rightly, puts Martinez under some pressure. Mazzarino, little bounce pass to Newsom. Newsom couldn't find space. Cafani flashes to the high post. Spins. That's a tough shot. No good. And Romano's going to get called for a foul here as he levels Enrique Newsom. It's the fourth foul here on Romano. Maybe a glint of light here for Malvin, as Romano's going to have to go out and get some bench time. Romano and Battle now both in some foul trouble. Romano with 4. And Battle with 3. So Newsom, and now when you're chasing the game, you've got to make free throws. Newsom's really got to gather himself, because this is how you can put points on the board without the time expiring. And Newsom off the mark. He's 1 for 2 from the line tonight. Make that 1 for 3. And misses them both. And that just hurts. It just takes all the energy out of you. You know, when you get yourself to the free throw line, a teammate gets to the line, which is a good thing for a team. It doesn't convert those free throws. It just is energy sapping and mentally causes some anguish as well. Battle trying to move Newsom. Battle. It's not bad defense at all by Newsom. Those bench seats look pretty comfortable, actually. Didn't have those when I was playing. We had pine benches, and we were pulling the proverbial splinters out of our backsides. Just showing you there that with Battle, if you're patient in the post and you keep initiating contact, you'll ultimately be rewarded with a foul. Jackson threads the 3. And that really, really stings for Malvin, because they were down 12 to start. They got it down to 7. And now with all the energy they've expended, they trail by 14. Newsom travels. He travels first. Watch Jackson. His foot's clearly on the line. The referees may review that play. Good work by the guys in the producer's studio. So Newsom gets called for the charge. It's his 4th. Been unlucky because he did travel before he committed the foul, but that's just how it goes sometimes. You can see the Brazilian fans trying to fill in the seats. Ivory Clark will try his hand at a 3, and that is pure. And that really, really, really hurts Malvin. They're down 17 now. This is their largest deficit. And it's so unfortunate because they came out so well to start the first 3 minutes of the first half. Bavosi. And that's short. And now they're playing tense. They know every possession's important. By contract, Quimsa can be nice and fluid, nice and loose. They're in a commanding position, in a winning position. Perez on the dribble drive. Perez just trying to tack on some misery here. Lucas Perez has been a facilitator tonight, a point guard, shares it. He's a pass first, score second point guard. Torino uses screen so well. And this will be adios for Reke Newsom. This is his 5th foul. So he will play no more part in this, which really hurts Coach Pablo Lopez, because he just needs Newsom to stay in for the rest of the quarter to continue to give Sam Hoskins a little rest. And now to close out the quarter, Quimsa can get the last possession, just push the seconds down and try and get themselves a 20-point lead. The body language on the bench from Malvin, not good. There's the run. Quimsa 12-2 run since 5:52 when Malvin was still in this game. Garcia might have shot it a little bit early. Bavosi, he'll let fly. Oh, the bank shot! Wow, might that be a portent of things to come? A bit of good fortune for Malvin. It's something they can certainly do. Will this start to put a little wind in their sails as they reduce their arrears here? Bavosi spots up, he lets go, and uses the backboard to perfect effect. Now players at the end of practice, they always mess around with half-court shots. This one just inside half-court, about a meter inside half-court. But Bavosi, he knew what he was doing, used the backboard and knocks down the 3. And here's your score at the end of 3. It's Quimsa 56, Malvin 40 in La Liga de las Americas. So Malvin just 3 for 9 from behind, 3-point line. You know, look at Quimsa, 10 for 20. That's outstanding as a team. And when you're trying to get back in the game, knocking down threes is quite a weapon. Battle of the boards is exactly even. You don't see that very often. But look at Malvin, just 5 assists. You know, when you start to get near 20 assists, that's when you know you're sharing the basketball well. And Malvin, 15 turnovers, that's far too many. So they're going to need to play a near perfect quarter here in these last 10 minutes. There's still time for them to get back in this. But they're going to have to string stops together and fill it up offensively. Speaking of filling it up, the fans are starting to fill up the stands here in Aru. Will tend to play in this one. It is game day 2 in the semifinal stage of the 2016 edition of La Liga de las Americas. This is Group E. Battle. Next week will be Group F's semifinals. Ivory Clark back to Battle. Battle left it short. There's one stop. Hoskin with the rebound. Now does Hoskin get a touch? This time down the floor. Kenny Winston. That's no good. You can see as soon as he released it, it was off. Deck. Great defense by Malvin. Super early with the defense. Deck in the corner. No good. Quimsa maybe a little bit lax here. That's the other thing you got to do when you're trying to chase the game. You got to get your defensive rebounds. Garcia loves that running teardrop shot. The second one he's made tonight. Little dribble weave here for Kenny Winston to use the screen of Hoskin. Looking for a pass, has to give it back out. Subarel's going to get called for an offensive foul. Great defense by Gabriel Deck. Yeah, that's a good call by the referee. At some stage, Quimsa need to come out with Mazzarino. Movement to Perez. That is such pretty basketball by Quimsa. Muy bien, Quimsa. And look at, by contrast, everything is off the dribble for Malvin. A lack of sharing, a lack of moving the pelota. Hoskin. Mid-range jumper is good. And he's got 17 points. Gabriel Deck leads Quimsa with 10. Battle might have got away with a double dribble there. Jump hook drops. Kenny Winston, good. Deck catches and shoots. Just at the depth of the shot clock, no good. Bavosi with the rebound for Malvin. Oh, nice touch by Kenny Winston. And this will bring a little timeout here from Coach Santander. Just wants to make sure that the pendulum of momentum does not swing too far over to Malvin's side. Winston in space. Threads the three.
No se camina más, muchachos. No se camina más. El que está cansado sale 2 minutos y entra un compañero. ¿Qué pasa? No se camina más. Van a jugar ofensiva de 8 posesiones. Todo el mundo va a jugar por su cuenta. Van a poner un trap ahora en el lado o en mitad de cancha con el grande. Alerta, alerta, hay que trabajar el partido. No se camina en la cancha. No puedo recuperarme en defensa porque estoy cansado. No me recupero nada, pido el cambio y viene alguien fresco. Intensidad para trabajar. Hoskin no anticipa, pero poder recibir el trap entre grande como hizo en la última. Entonces cuando Robert está jugando uno bajo y Romano aparece afuera, es 4 y 1. Pasador, Luca, Nico, ahora va a quedar David y va a quedar Gabriel. 4 y 1, Cortes, el atrape viene con él. Nicolás no lo van a soltar o le van a rotar. Empezamos a hacer la circulación. Desde la defensa vamos a ganar, vamos concentrados.
Correr más para acá. Yo metí un pase difícil acá, entonces abrir más.
And Battle showing some language skills, talking some Spanish. Robert Battle's a 2-time Import Player of the Year in the Argentine League. Look at Molten, the sponsors of this fantastic event. I suppose when you play basketball in a foreign country, you gotta learn the lingo, otherwise your teammates won't pass to you. Good defense by Tischer. Winston. Kept the handle, kicks to the corner. Good movement, shot's good. So Montevideo, Malvin, keep it going. Keep a little offense going. I'll show some pressure up the floor. 2-2-1 press. Battle, jump hook, good. Robert Battle. Ends a mini scoring drought here for Quimsa. Winston, his shot's good. And Kenny Winston started to take over the game a little bit. And Winston with 10 points. Gabriel Deck comes out for a break. Still Malvin, some pressure up the floor. Trying to get Perez in a trap, avoids it. There's a trap, causes a turnover. Who's gonna get on the end of it? Kenny Winston lays it up, misses. Santiso lays it up and converts. Well, Santiso's been a little spark plug. He's got 4 points. He's been active. And great hustle by Malvin. That's what happens when the ball's on the floor. You got to dive on it. Pomoli with the hustle play, and sadly David Jackson comes up injured. It's good to see Jackson's going to stay in the game. Gianella. Good pressure here by Malvin. Good work by Pablo Lopez to send in some subs just to provide some energy. Now this is a huge stop for Malvin because it's 11 points. Romano is pass to Jackson, falling away. Jackson shot, no good. Who's got the rebound? Kenny Winston. It's numbers if he can get to the head. Pomoli! It's just too strong for Pomoli. Well, that was a huge stop for Malvin because it was 11 points, and had they convert that into points, it would have been 9, single digits. That is such a psychological advantage when you're chasing the game. Get the deficit down to single digits. Pomoli, another foul. One to those two guys on the left and the right. Mazzarino and Haas can come back into the game. Well, if this gets close, if the cardiac kids right here for Malvin can get the game close, Santiso, Pomoli, Kenny Winston. Here's the trap from Santiso. Great job by Pomoli. Tischer, the wrong pass, should have gone to Winston ahead. Pomoli. Now we need to get the ball to Winston. He's the guy who scored, and Tischer's jump shot good. And Santander can't believe it, wants a timeout. Well, would you believe? Malvin have got it down to 9 points. They've trailed by as many as 19. They've halved the deficit that they faced. It's on the strength of hustling and scrapping, pressing defense. And let's commend Pomoli for his work and Santiso for his work. They've come off of Coach Lopez's bench to give the team a little lift.
Hay que levantar la cabeza y poner categoría para ganar el partido. No puede una trafe confundir y estar, ¿qué estamos jugando? Ni con el reloj, porque si hay que tomar un tiro temprano, se toma. Si ustedes fueron los que sacaron 20 puntos de otro tipo, entonces trabajen. Y después del balance ahí, empezamos a defender. No es que por eso, porque, viste, vamos a contestar también con defensa nosotros. Si saca Gabriel, Nicolás y Titi juegan en pareja. No, David, vos sos este, Gaby, y Robert se va. Para desarmar, pase y ocupa el espacio vacío. Eso atrapan en la banda, estoy mirando. Pase picado también, reverso jugar. Ventaja, vamos al aro. Ventaja al aro.
La pelota, hay que mirar toda la pelota. No te vayas.
Ventaja al aro.
So Malvin still press up the floor. It's man pressure. And Quimsa really struggling to unlock it. Now what'll happen here is good defense by Santiso. The referee's got to let that happen. There's not enough contact there for the foul. Referees talk about whether the contact unsettles the rhythm, speed, balance, or quickness. Cortez is probably lucky there. Santiso played just good hard D. There's Jackson. Deck. Cortez in the corner. Jackson wide open for the three. Got it! Right in the dead of the shot clock. Well, that'll help Quimsa. That three is huge for Quimsa. They took precious seconds off the clock. Jackson's going to make this shot right at the depth of the shot clock. You can see what happens is the defense, when the ball goes below the free throw line, the defense collapses. And Jackson just spaces out, finds a little crease at the top of the three-point line. There he is, just hanging out, waiting for the penetration. And steps right into an easy shot.
Todos los pick and roll, cambio de hombre. Todos los pick and roll. Y por favor, cada uno con el suyo después. Pero que no haya segundo rompimiento, que la tiren de tres contestado. Los únicos que meten son Jackson y el Romano, los demás contestado. Que no haya otra penetración y pase, no entiendo. Jugalo de indirecta, trae la pelota al lado. ¿Cuánto es? Jugamos doble, Marcel. Vos, Mati, sacalo primero acá, Mati, sacalo segundo acá. Lucas, lo sacás acá. Marcel, vos empezás acá. Vos te vas y Lucas, venís a jugar pick and roll acá. Marcel, quédate acá y Matías, quédate acá. ¿Entendiste? Lucas, doble y pick and roll. Y dejá tirar el aro.
There's the assist to turnover ratio. You always want that to be positive in the assist column. So Quimsa are +3. Malvin are -10. 17 turnovers, far too many, and only 7 assists. It just shows you that offensively they're not moving the basketball enough, making the defense rotate. It's a huge possession now for Malvin. They need to score. This is the man who's been doing it, Winston. Superella, let's fly with a three. That rims out. And now Quimsa, big trip down the floor. They lead by 12. They want to expand this lead, and they want to take seconds off the clock. They're trying to kill off this flash from Malvin. Deck, not even thinking about scoring, wants to move the clock. And now Battle, his three is good, and that'll win it. This game right there, that will win the game. As Robert Battle holsters the pistola, las pistolas from Battle go into holster. That will break the back of Club Malvin. Watch this, Battle all by himself. Knocks down the three. Lucas Tischer was sagging in. The smoking guns straight in the holster. Battle doesn't score many points from out there.
Solamente juguemos ordenado. ¿Está claro? Viene Fernando y primera situación con Mati. Kenny. Te saca vos, Juan. Fernando, subí la pelota. Pase a Juan y handoff. Kinder. Vos, a Juan. Handoff. Lucas. Cuando hace esto, Lucas lo pone flare a él. Kenny, vos pasás corriendo acá. Kenny, vos pasás corriendo acá. Mati, amagá cortinarlo y corre a la Leyu. Acá, cortinás y venís a buscar a Kenny. Dejalo, no lo cortines a la Leyu. Fernando.
Martinez draws the foul on Cortez. See how hard Pablo Lopez is working. He's having a laugh with the referee. Winston spins baseline, draws the foul on Jackson. Again, it's not bad defense by Jackson, to be honest. Winston. Malvin are all out of sorts offensively, and they get bailed out by a foul from Quimsa with just 2 seconds on the shot clock. Kenny Winston looks to the bench and says, who am I supposed to pass to? Nobody's moving. There's bad spacing there with Tischer. And Jackson, silly foul. Good cut by Calfani. He's got to go up with it in there. Winston's shot, no good. Battle with the rebound. And Quimsa are going to go on and win this one now. They lead by 15. It was a spirited comeback from Malvin, and they had some of us believing that they might be able to do it. But now it's just a matter of seeing it out. Deck, his shot, no good. Offensive rebound, Jackson backs it out. Wants to while some seconds off the clock. Battle from the elbow, no good. Malvin got to go quick. They got to go in transition. And they've got to try and get something going very quickly. Tischer, he'll spot up. That's no good. And Gianella now slowly gets it across the midcourt stripe. So Quimsa are going to go to the finals, the Final Four. We don't know yet where the venue will be, but Quimsa will be the first team here from Group E to book their place in the finals. Cortez's layup is off the mark. Tischer got called for the travel. He did travel, but at this stage of the game, he might. Tischer just has a look at the referee to say, come on, ref, man, it's been a tough night. And right now, it's just a matter of letting the seconds expire here. Cortez trying to get his name in the scorebook, and he does. Christian Cortez with his first basket of the evening. And a block there from Ivory Clark. A 3-on-1. Nico Gianella. Oh, Calfani playing hard to the end. All credit to Calfani. But Gianella has the last laugh. Well, this one now, just seconds away. And so Quimsa from Santiago del Estero, Argentina, who hosted the preliminary round action in Group B. They came through Group B in second position to Bauru, and they are the first team here in the semifinals to book their place in the finals. Your final score tonight, Quimsa win going away 75-56 over Club Malvin of Montevideo, Uruguay. Well, really, the offense of Malvin let them down. 56 points at this level of basketball isn't going to win you too many games. They lacked fluency, they lacked spacing, they lacked some understanding at times on offense. And ultimately, it cost them. We're going to give some credit, of course, to Quimsa's defense, but at times, you can see Malvin just out of sync. And 18 turnovers. It's like an anchor around your neck when you're trying to win a basketball game. Here's your leaders in the various categories. Hoskin with the flurry of points. in the third quarter, got to 17. David Jackson with a dozen. Nico Gianelli, 11. Gabriel Deck, 10 for the winning team. Kenny Winston with 10 points in a losing effort. Well, from me, Liam Canny, it is adios for the time being. Your final score, Quimsa 75, Malvin 56. Join us for the second game tonight, the all-Brazilian affair later on between the host, Bauru, and Mogi das Cruzes.